My name is Niamh McCann and I am from Dublin, an artist practicing and living in Dublin. I consider myself, when I'm asked what it is you do, to be a landscape artist. And by that I mean looking at our constructed landscape, which may sound strange, talking from Donegal side of the Atlantic, but really what I think, and I still think it's relevant here in Fort Dunree, where we make our history and stories through the places we build around us. So it's that kind of story place that I'm always looking at within my artworks in some form or other. It is my first time working up in Donegal. In fact, it was my first time in Inishowen. I wasn't even sure till I arrived. It was like, oh, I definitely haven't been here before. I had obviously done some research prior to arriving and actually writing out ideas initially, and was expecting it to be beautiful and interesting, and then even beyond that, more surprised at how beautiful and interesting and dense the kind of stories and histories are around here. I really loved it, actually. The project I have done in Artlink at Fort Dunree really centres around the event in 1938 when the Irish state received for the last time a part of a state ceded to it by the British government. It's the last time it happened, and at this event two brothers-in-laws were involved in one taking down the Union Jack, the Great British flag, and his brother-in-law in the Irish State Army hauling up the Irish tricolour. And it's this kind of moment of relationship and reciprocity, but also complicated histories and complicated, maybe conflicts isn't the right word, but that contained within familiarity and familiarity. So that's what I was looking at, as that particular moment. And as a result of kind of looking into that story, I have designed a flag for Artlink at Fort Dunree that again looks to familiarities and relationships and symbolism and strength, actually, and strength and communication, and actually that being a forward looking story that refers to historical moments here, as well as of course Artlink's place within a community. I'm very excited to have this flag raised over Fort Dunree. It's going to look beautiful in the backdrop of the Inishowen Peninsula, and it's going to look beautiful on this Napoleonic fort. I kind of love the fact that this artist community is also not only here, you know, pretty much permanently at the moment in tune with the community, but it is also marking its place, and marking its place within this complicated history. So I think it's other than I was kind of thinking, wow, I'm raising my flag, how egotistical is that? It's also kind of a fantastic kind of forward inclusive event for, I think, you know, if it could be done once a year, which is a definite possibility, that I think that would be a lovely relationship to continue between the Fort Dunree Museum and Artlink as the arts institution resident on the same kind of land mass. Most definitely recommend both the visit to Inishowen and to Artlink, and for the residency itself, the people were extremely welcoming and lovely. As I kind of said previously there, I think it's a very interesting historical location. There are personal, very dense stories that sit alongside and inside you know, the book learned history that we may be familiar with as grander narratives, and that kind of folding over within a backdrop of quite stunning landscape is quite a special experience, really.